referee for this bout is J.T. Will. Introducing first, in the blue corner, from Oxnard, California, he is 21 years old, stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, and weighed in at 129 pounds. He has a contact karate score of 16 wins, 3 losses, and has scored 12 wins by knockout. He is ranked number 5 in the PKA featherweight world ratings, and he is the current PKA California featherweight champion. Please welcome Jorge Angat. In the red corner, from Dallas, Texas, 21 years old, 5 feet 5 inches, and weighed in today at 128 pounds. He has a contact karate record of 14 wins, no losses, and 11 wins by knockout. He is ranked number 6 in the PKA bantamweight world ratings. Let's have a Santa Barbara welcome for Troy Dorsey.
Not exactly the warmest of welcomes for this Texan, J.T. Will, in addition to being the lightweight champ twice.
Very exciting fight we saw between Cliff Thomas and Tommy Williams from El Paso back in April.
Scheduled for 7 rounds, Dorsey in black, Angat in the beige pants. Dorsey firing as he usually does right from the opening bell. Looked as though Angat may have been staggered for a second.
Dorsey hits hard. Angat unperturbed. Angat very calm. We saw Angat knock out his opponent in Oceanside, California in 1981 with a jump spinning back kick. The round kick snapped Dorsey's head back.
Left hand to the chin, buckled Angat's knees for just a second. There's a kick to the head by Angat. Neither fighter afraid to get in and mix it up, Joe.
We said that Troy Dorsey would go straight ahead until somebody gave up. Somebody went down. We know he won't give up unless he goes down.
Angat is a superb technician, bobbing and weaving, mixing the hands and the feet extremely well. Troy Dorsey is a Texas brawler.
Well, not a brawler. There's method in what he does. A mauler, maybe. Good combination in by Dorsey and a great counter by Angat.
Look at this action. 30 seconds left in the round, and they're still just blasting away.
Both men looking for a world title shot in their respective divisions. Angat looking to go after Paul.
There's a kick to the face. A spinning back kick right on the jaw.
Head up.
A left-right combination. Angat pumping to the body. Dorsey working on the head as we close out round number 1. What a fight. Dorsey, normally in the bantamweight division, has come up to 128 pounds. Angat used to fighting at about 132, 133 pounds. He's dropped down to 129. They met at common ground.
Left hook, that's what's going to take him out. Hook rock too well. You don't want to watch.
Ishmael Robles working with Troy Dorsey in the corner.
Hook is working real well. You need to step in a little bit more when you punch. You're missing him by about a fraction of a minute. You need to break the hook a bit.
In the bantamweight division, Troy Dorsey is ranked in at number 6. Edmond Artison is the world champion from Nice. He beat Felipe Garcia back in January. Felipe Garcia, number 1. Robert Pagan from New York City, number 2. David Hamilton, 3. Segi Robles in there at number 4 from London. Vernon Mason from Virginia, number 5. There you see Troy Dorsey at number 6.
This is the second round, and it's starting where round 1 ended. Right hand to the body by Dorsey.
You can see the short right hand power of Dorsey. Angat very good, very strong inside with a left hook.
Both these fighters with knockout capability, with 23 knockouts between the two of them. Listen to the power of those Angat kicks going into the body. Double left hook by Angat brings the crowd to their attention.
Cracked heads inside there up against the ropes.
There's a right hand by Dorsey.
Working in the corner with Troy Dorsey is Cliff Thomas along with Ishmael Robles. Good corner work there.
We saw the spinning back kick. Dorsey stepped out of the way of it. That's the same spinning back kick. Oh, a left uppercut to the chin.
Dorsey takes one solid right hand and then gets his head out of the way of everything else that comes.
Angat worked his way out of that corner, but Dorsey was pumping the shots. Both of these fighters landing with everything they can possess with 128 pounds. Closing out round number 2 the same way we closed out round number 1. We'll be back in Santa Barbara right after this. All the action we could ask for.
2 blazing rounds, a crowd on its feet at the end of that second round because of these kinds of combinations. Angat catches Dorsey on the way in with the left uppercut. Dorsey right behind him just unmercifully with the hands. Look at George Angat's eyes though, right on target. He's focused, keeps himself out of serious danger.
Dorsey ran off of his stool at the beginning of this third round.
George Angat is using his left jab very effectively as Dorsey makes his initial move in.
Angat working a beautiful combination. There's a right hand to the jaw, and Dorsey acts as though it didn't even hurt.
Dorsey loves this kind of action. That's what he was almost made for. He said, you've heard of what a Texas war is like. That's what we're seeing here.
I think George Angat wants to call it a California war because he's giving as good as he gets.
Angat got most of that on the arm. This is not the best place for Angat to be with Troy Dorsey.
Dorsey doesn't give him much choice. There's a right hand to the side of the face. Another right left. Angat could be in trouble.
Angat trying to get the rubber out of his legs.
Hands down. Acting as though he's not hurt. Another right left lands. Dorsey slipped down to the canvas. Angat is taking too many blows. It's a standing 8 count. He was taking too many shots.
Angat trying to pull himself back together.
A kick to the head. The bell sounds the end of round number 3. Watch this third round action. Dorsey just working Angat against the ropes.
This is the mistake that Angat made. He stayed there with his back against the ropes.
Now we're into round number 4. Let's see if Dorsey can capitalize on the way round 3 ended.
We're told that Troy Dorsey may not have gotten in his mandatory 8 kicks in that last round. Have to check with the scorekeeper.
There's a left hand. Again, Angat hurt.
Side kick to the body then by Troy Dorsey.
Dorsey's kicking a lot in this round as though he thinks he has to make up a kick. There is a possibility he didn't get in the kick. Angat's still fighting. Good uppercut turned in by George Angat, but Troy Dorsey still working him against the ropes.
Dorsey's working into the body and then going back up to the head, even going with the front kicks right into the stomach, trying to get Angat's head down, hands down, to land a clean shot to the head.
Dorsey's not throwing the number of blows that he threw in the last round, but he's picking the shots very well. And now it's Angat who's trying to put some touches on Troy Dorsey. Dorsey turns it around on him. Santa Barbara right after this. Yeah, and this is a Texas barn burner. Troy Dorsey runs off his stool, meets George Angat in center ring.
Troy Dorsey missed one kick in round number 3. That's cost him 1 point on each judge's scorecard. He made up that kick in the last round and more than made it up. Had about 14 kicks in the last round.
A right hand by Angat.
Now I've got Angat down by 2 points myself, 37-39 at the end of 4 rounds. Naturally, that's an unofficial score.
We have 3 judges at ringside also scoring on a 10-point must system, and their score is official. A kick to the back as Dorsey spun around. Angat looks as though he wants to take the fight to Dorsey in this round.
Nobody has to worry what George Angat is made of out there.
Angat was hurt the worst in the 3rd round. In the 4th round and this round, he looks as though he's pulled it back together, but he just took a right hand.
Dorsey trying to unload now.
This is a different strategy on Dorsey's part. He's waiting.
Right on the button in by Troy Dorsey.
Inside 25 seconds left in the 5th round.
Angat was in the most trouble in that 3rd round.
That right round kick to the head was his 14th kick of the round. There's a right-left combination.
Dorsey with a power shots. Angat tries to flurry coming off the ropes.
There's the bell for the end of the 5th round. We have 2 rounds remaining, and it has been a war. George Angat has taken a lot of abuse, but in these last couple of rounds, he's come back well. There's some blood on the right eyebrow of Troy Dorsey.
Thank you, sir. They told us all we had to have was one licensed person. I'm sorry, but that's what they told us.
No problem. Don't worry about it.
I really apologize.
No, don't worry about it.
What can I put on a cut?
No, keep your arms down. You want to cut the circulation off. Let that blood flow, okay?
What can I put on a cut?
Let me see.
No, don't push.
Don't push on it.
I mean on my stomach. Push on my head all you want. Go around his neck.
No, he's all right. He's all right. Vaseline. You got any Vaseline?
Yes, sir.
Fine, sir.
Ishmael Robles working on that cut in the corner.
Mouthpiece. Mouthpiece. Hold on, mouthpiece.
Look at going. He's got it.
We're getting ready for the 6th round. And again, he runs off the stool and opens up with a side kick to the head.
Troy Dorsey very calm in the corner, got his heart rate down very quickly. You can see what kind of good shape both the fighters are in by being able to recover the way they have been during that 1-minute rest period.
They exchanged kicks, and Angat's kick was a little bit below the belt. Dorsey just winked at him as if to say, that's okay. Some ice up on the ring apron, kicked out of the ring by J.T. Will.
That's a slip by Angat, but a painful one. You have to use that strength to get yourself up from the floor there. Powerful spinning back kick.
And he's working the left-right combinations. Angat fights off the ropes, but he's taking 3 blows to 1. Now Angat has Dorsey's back against the rope. What a seesaw battle. Angat doesn't know the meaning of the words give up. Another left, right, left. Left in the 6th round. We'll have 2 more minutes of contact karate with these powerful fighters. We'll be back after this. California, Troy Dorsey in black, George Angat in beige, and this is action from the 6th round. An exciting round.
Troy Dorsey just doubling up with the right hands to the body and then coming back, drives Angat back. Their heads almost clashed coming off the ropes there. Angat took more than he gave in this final exchange, but George Angat very, very focused as he was moving his head.
This is our final round, and it's been a barn burner. Angat fighting as though he knows he's got to win this last round and by a big margin.
I've got Angat down substantially myself.
Angat pressing the action, Joe. How do you have it scored?
I've got Angat down 59-55. In my estimation, he would have to take Dorsey out. That does not seem imminent to me.
There's a spinning back kick, and Angat easily stepped out of the way of it.
I tell you, the world champions in both of their weight divisions have got to be watching these fellows very, very closely. Paul Vizio's got to be watching George Angat. Jerry Clark, Edmund Arneson has got to be watching Troy Dorsey.
Dorsey now has turned it around and has Angat on the ropes. Powerful blows landing on Angat's head. Dorsey had a cut after the 5th round. It hasn't seemed to give him any problems since then. A right-left combination. Angat still fighting, but Dorsey pressing. And now George Angat in trouble with 10 seconds left in the fight.
Remember, you cannot be saved by the bell, even the final bell.
What a crowd reaction to this terrific fight. A terrific fight from Santa Barbara, California. And Joe Corley and I will be back to get the decision when we come back from this break. What a fight. Not getting in the minimum kicking requirement of 8 kicks. We don't know if that will come into play because he fought a terrific fight, but so did George Angat. We're ready now for the announcement of the decision, so let's go into the ring with Mark Ward.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a unanimous decision. Judge Poster scores it 70-63. Judge Gagan scores it 70-66. Judge Turner scores it 68-66. Our winner is Troy Dorsey.
The winner, Troy Dorsey. You can see Bernie Krasno shaking his head. He doesn't like the decision, but it definitely was a good decision for Troy Dorsey from Texas. Joe Corley is in the ring, and he's going to speak with Troy Dorsey. Let's go up into the ring.
Troy Dorsey, you promised a Texas war. You didn't fall short at all.
No, I gave him my best. That's all I could do.
What do you think about George Angat? Was he everything you expected, more
He's
than
tough.
you had hoped for?
He's tough. I went up in weight on this fight, and I can tell a difference. I can tell a difference with the strength and what he can take.
Well, you're 21 years old now. You've been trying to fight at 125 pounds. You think you're going to stay in that 125-pound category, or do you think you'd feel comfortable going up to 132 in Vizio's division?
Well, I do whatever it costs for, but I feel most comfortable in the 125. Of course, the guys are littler and they don't hit quite as hard, but I'm a fighter. I'll fight.
Well, you had some great corner work, obviously. You got Ishmael Robles, the number 3 world contender. You got the world champion, Cliff.
New manager here.
Got Cliff Thomas with you, the lightweight and everything champion of the world, it seems like, during the last year. Where do you go from here? Are you looking for a shot with this Edmund Artison? I understand he's supposed to fight Felipe Garcia in September back in Denver. Will you be there for that fight?
I don't know if I'll be there, but my heart will be there. I want a piece of whoever takes that fight. I need it. I want it bad.
Let's take a look at some action from the fight, Troy, and tell us what you're doing. You and George just battling it out from the beginning to the end.
Yeah, it was great. Those are fights that you don't forget. That's an excellent fight. It was fun.
Did you ever feel at any point like he was going to go down?
Yeah, there was about 2 or 3 times I thought he was going down, but he's got a heart. He pulled it out, and boy, just when I thought he was going down, he came back for more and gave me some too.
What was the most powerful thing Angat hit you with?
I don't really remember that exactly. Probably his right hand, but I never was hurt or whatever, but he hits hard.
You threw some fairly solid shots to the body. Ishmael, you know, a lot of our fighters spend time in the boxing gym, but it looked like those side kicks that he was throwing to the body there probably didn't do Angat a bit of good.
The funny thing about Troy is, other than being an excellent boxer, he can kick. He's also a point karate champion. He's beaten guys that outweigh him by 100 pounds in point karate, which is totally different. And he's got some of the best kicks in the business. Hopefully, now that I'm working with him, I feel like I'm an all-around fighter. He'll be more all-around, too.
Final question for you. How soon would you like to see him in the ring with either Felipe Garcia or Edmund Artison?
I think after what the people saw tonight, you know, he had a short amateur career. He's only been in the pro ranks for about a year. I think he's ready for either one of them right now. I think Angat right now could probably take either one of them.
That's a great observation, Troy.
One more thing. Casey Malone, I wish you could have been here. Sorry for all the trouble.
Okay, Troy Dorsey, a great fight. I think we'll be looking for Troy Dorsey in some world title competition very soon. Let's go back now to Larry.